This is my version of a potato dauphinoise. It's a creamy baked potato dish that is the perfect side dish for pretty much everything. I've been making this dish for over 10 years now, and it's an absolute favorite at all our family barbecues. And whenever there's a potluck, I'm always asked to make this potato bake. Now, this is not a classic potato dauphinoise because I have tweaked it along the way. So here's how I make it. Wash about a kilo of potatoes and then peel it. I always give it a quick wash after I peel it as well, just to get rid of any of the leftover grime. Cut off any discolored pieces from the potato and then use a sharp knife and slice up the potatoes into about 1/4 centimeter in thickness or so. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't like it when it's too thin. I like the potatoes to have a little bit of a bite to it once it's done baking. I usually plan for about 2 medium potatoes per person. It's the best way to have plenty for the meal that you're serving up and then for some cheeky leftovers the next day. Once you're done slicing up the potatoes, pop it into the dish that you're baking it in, just to make sure there's enough to fill the dish. We are baking these potatoes in a rich, creamy sauce. So let's get that going. Into a large pot, pour in the heavy cream, and to this add in some whole milk. Get this heating on a very low flame. This mix of cream and milk is what's going to give your potato dauphinoise that super creamy, cheesy taste and help the potatoes to cook through. Season the cream mixture with about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of paprika just to bring in a bit of warmth, a pinch of nutmeg to bring in a bit of earthiness, and some chili flakes for a bit of heat. Now, if you're serving this up to little kids, then skip the chili flakes. And then add in lots and lots of minced garlic, like a whole bulb of garlic for this potato dauphinoise that serves 4 to 5 people. Give this a quick stir to mix everything through, and then add the sliced potatoes into the cream. Give it a stir and then add in a sprig of rosemary. Let that simmer away for about 10 minutes or so on a low heat. The intention here is not to cook the potatoes, just to infuse everything with all that amazing flavor from the spices and the herbs. Once that's cooked for about 10 minutes or so, spoon the partially cooked potatoes into the baking dish. Spread it out so that it covers the entire dish. You want this to cover about 1 inch or just a little bit more of the dish. Now, don't put this into a small dish and make a thick layer of potato, because it will take absolute ages to bake and cook through. Plus, the golden baked bits on top is the best part, so you want as much surface area on top as possible. Once you have layered the potato slices into the dish, pop that rosemary on top and then pour the remaining cream mixture on top of the potatoes. Make sure to cover the entire dish with that cream. Side note, as much as I love cooking with cast iron pots, man, they are crazy heavy to lift up. Scrape up all the cream from the pot and then add this to the baking dish, creating almost a shallow pool of that herby spiced cream sauce. Pop this into the preheated oven for about an hour. Halfway through the bake, just check on it. If it's still runny like this, it needs more cooking time. Turn the dish and continue baking to get an even bake. And once you have a golden top and bubbly sides like this, take it out of the oven. Let it cool down for about 10 minutes before digging in, because it's crazy hot. This potato dauphinoise is creamy, it's herby, and that garlic really complements that potato. It almost tastes super cheesy, even though we didn't add any cheese to make this. Try this delicious potato dauphinoise at home. It's super easy to make, and it's an absolute crowd pleaser. See you in the next one. Bye!